Wait a moment. Yes, madam. Good morning. Okay. Okay, so now first मुझे पूरा पढ़ाई देवी once मो slide को पढ़ेबी तो मो आपण मानकर एसएमएस देखि परिबिनी तो मो फास्ट रे आपनकर हमें 1 आवर मो पढ़ाई देबी लास्ट 5 मिनिट्स आपनकर टू वे करिबी जोठी कि आपण आपनकर किछि डाउट थिले क्वेश्चन पचारि परिबे ठीक अछि ना स्टूडेंट्स ओके डन ओके जहा डाउट अछि आपनकर लास्ट 5-10 मिनिट्स मो आपनकर डाउट क्लियर कर दे रिगार्डिंग टुडे क्लास ओके थैंक यू सो वेट a moment okay thank you wait a moment I'll go to this slide. Human resource planning. We will discuss unit 2, right? Already we have completed unit 1. So today we will start unit 2. So unit 2, it related to, there are 3 most important chapter it is there in the unit 2. That is human resource planning, recruitment and selection, right? So first we will discuss human resource planning. So students, human resource planning is the first and most important activity of the HR department. We can say human resource planning is the first step of HR department. How? Now, without human resource planning, we cannot move towards the next functional area of HR department. It means without human resource planning, recruitment, selection, placement, training, other activity, it cannot be possible, right? So based on the human resource planning only, we can do everything properly in the HR department. Now, the question is that, why the organization doing human resource planning? Organization, kahin ki human resource planning kare? See, the organization doing human resource planning to know the quality and quantity of the manpower and to know the anticipated and unanticipated vacancies. The objective, it means why the organization doing human resource planning? To know the quality and quantity of the people. Quality in terms, quality means what? Quality means, though people are working in the organization, what are the level of knowledge, skills, qualification, ability people are holding. And this terms of quality. And quantity means how many people are working in the organization. The number of peoples. The number of people are working in the organization, that is the quantity. It means, suppose in our organization, 1,000 people are working, or 500 people are working, or 100 people are working. No, presently. Now that people, what are that 1,000 or 500 or 100 people are working in the organization, what are the qualification, what are the experience, what are the knowledge, what are the level of skills, ability people are holding. Whether it is sufficient for our organization or not. To analyze this factor, human resource planning is highly essential for every organization, right? Apart from this, to know the anticipated and unanticipated vacancies. Now, what do you mean by anticipated and what do you mean by unanticipated? Again, vacancy. Vacancy means what? The number of posts it will vacant in the future. Some posts we can anticipate and some posts we cannot anticipate. Anticipated means what? We can predict, right? We can predict these are the number of posts it will vacant in the future. Unanticipated means what? We cannot predict. We may not predict. But through human resource planning, we can analyze the anticipated post as well as the unanticipated vacancies. It means what? We can predict everything through human resource planning. How? See, anticipated, we can predict these are the posts it will vacant in the future. How? Now, through the people, some people will retire towards the organization. In 2023, these are the number of position it will vacant in the future because this much of people they will retire towards the organization, right? As well as the number of people will promote. Through promotion, also the number of posts will vacant in the future. So on the basis of promotion, on the basis of retirement, these are the number of position it will vacant in the future. That's why we need in 2023, we need this much of manpower. That is anticipated, right? Unanticipated vacancy? No, unanticipated we cannot predict. How? No, suppose some people will give their resignation. No, the people will leave the organization through resignation. So while the people will leave the organization through resignation, that is completely unpredictable in nature. Now, through human resource planning, we can analyze the retirement, the level of retirement, level of termination, level of resignation, level of promotion, everything we can analyze properly. And basing on these, the HR department can take the further step properly. This is the concept why the organization doing human resource planning. Now we can move to the next slide. Now definition, right? What is human resource planning? How we can define human resource planning? See, human resource planning, we can define human resource planning in a different way. But out of many definition, out of many things, no, we can discuss. There are two most important things related to human resource planning. What? See, human resource planning is the process by which an organization ensures that the right number and right kind of people at the right place and at the right time. See, human resource planning believe again 4 factors. Human resource planning means we can plan for the human being. It means how many, what are the number of people working presently in the organization, and whether how much the number of people we need for the future. And here we can analyze this through human resource planning, again based on this 4 factors. It means through the right number, the right kind, and the right place, and the right time. It means in 2023, we need 500 manpower, right number. Based on the human resource planning, we can analyze this. In 2023, we need 500 manpower, that is the right number. Right kind means what? The qualification, experience, knowledge, skills. What are the qualification? We need MBA graduate with 3 years experience, with the career is like this, and the knowledge must be there in that area. These are the things that designed by the organization, right? So right number is a 500, right skill is right number, right kind. Right kind means this, no? Right place and right time. Right place is it is there in the DDC, and right time it is basically not in 2023 January 10 January 2023. So this is the things that organization can fix basing on this. And in this 4 category, it also relates to these 4 category. No, it must be matched. What? There must be effectively, these people must be more effective and efficient so that they can complete the task properly and the organization also can achieve the objectives. These 4 category, right number, right kind, right place, and right time, it relates to this category of people must be more effective and efficient they must be more effective, no efficient, so that the organization can achieve its objectives. This is what the human resource planning. We need this factor for the organization. Basing on this, the organization can achieve its goal, right? Apart from this, human resource planning, it is a forward looking function. Human resource planning means what? Human resource planning. Planning means always it is forward looking. Already I told you, no? Planning means it is what? Now, whatever may be the steps we are taking presently to analyze the future aspect, and basing on this, we are taking the step present in it present, no? So if planning is forward looking, then human resource planning is always it is a forward looking. So human resource planning is a forward looking function. It tries to assess manpower requirement in advance, keeping the production schedule, market fluctuation, and demand forecasting. Now, what do you mean by human resource planning? It is a forward looking function. It means what? How many manpower we need in the future, that we can analyze through the human resource planning. How we can analyze? We can analyze again based on the three factors. How the number of manpower we need for future, based on because it is a forward looking, we can analyze presently, and basing on this we can recruit the manpower in the future. Now how we can analyze? Now based on the again three factors. It relates to what? It relates to based on the production schedule, based on the market fluctuation, and based on the demand forecasting. Production schedule. See, sometimes production, it is there in a production, it is increasing, and sometimes production, it may be decrease. If it is a production maximizing, the production level is maximizing, no, we need more manpower. It is simple ratio. No, if the production is decreasing day by day, then we need less manpower. And production, it is production means the product, no, it is completely based on the market fluctuation. See, market, sometimes market, it is there in a up condition. Sometimes market, it is there in a down condition. Suppose we can take the example, during Corona, market was there in a down condition. But now, the presently, no, in the present situation, market, it is purely there in a up condition, right? So fluctuation of market. Sometimes it is down condition, sometimes it is up. So if the market, it is up condition, then we need more product. So production schedule is also, it can be increased. So maximization of production schedule. So if maximization is production schedule, market, it is there in a up condition, demand for what? The demand, what relates to demand forecasting? The demand of the product, it is there in the market. So these three factors it relates to, while the production is maximizing, demand of the product is there, or else suppose jodi amara production amara what na ame कहबा कि product ame production बहुत सारा ame product produce kale, no, and the product, it may not be sell in the market. Product market is selling helan, so kon kariba ame se product, it must be the product, it may be wastage, right? Taku kon rakhi ki ame nashto kariba, no. Production is increasing means demand is there, right? More demand, more supply, right? And market, it is there in a up condition. So in this situation, we need more manpower, right? So this is what the concept and definition of human resource planning. Based on this, organization doing human resource planning, and based on this, based on the human resource planning only, we can take the furthest step of the HR department. Now, we can move to the next slide. Objectives of human resource planning. Now, what are the objectives of human resource planning? We can draw the objective through the only the basically word, through the definition. Already we have discussed many things in the definition. So we will discuss that things only in the objective of human resource planning. Now see, the objective of human resource planning to forecast human resource requirement. Already I told you, human resource planning is a forward-looking function. It means what? How many, the number of people we need for the future. So it is a basically what? We can forecast the personal requirement. Personal means what? The human resource, the manpower requirement in the future. The number of people we need in the 2023. And it can be possible through human resource planning only. That's why it is important. Human resource planning is very much important for the organization. To ensure optimum utilization of human resource, optimum means what? Optimum means neither minimum nor maximum. Kahara, no human resource. Now we can use human resource optimum level, neither minimum nor maximum. Minimum, if we will use minimum level of human resource, so what will happen? People, they may basically what? They will not give that much of effort towards the organization. No, upon the use minimum, optimum, the optimum level utilization of human resource. What we will utilize? We can utilize their knowledge, we can utilize their skill, we can utilize their ability, talent in the organization, right? We can use minimum level. So what will happen? People will lazy in the organization. Oh, they will not give that much of effort towards the organization. Maximum level, the people will feel hectic, no, tired. So kind of things can be happen. So we can use optimum as much as required, right? So this is the what, and it can be possible through human resource planning only, right? Then to use existing manpower properly, those are the existing manpower, it is there in the organization, we can utilize properly. No, so right people in the right job, we can utilize their knowledge, we can utilize their skill, everything properly. Then to cope with the changing environment. Why human resource planning is important? Because we can basically through human resource planning, the human beings are, those are working in the organization, they can adjust with the changing environment. No, in this changing environment means what? See, suppose we can say as per the change in the market, the change in the environment is related to basically we can the social, technological, no, economical factor, variety kind of things internally, externally it change day by day. So we can adjust the manpower such a manner, we can manage the human resource such a manner, so they can adjust any kind of situation, they can manage any kind of environment, right? So that's why human resource planning is important. Then promote employee in a systematic manner. Promote means promotion. We can promote through human resource planning only. We can promote, we can give the promotion to the human resource in a systematic manner, right? And to analysis the surplus and shortage of manpower. Through human resource planning, we can analysis the surplus of manpower and shortage of manpower in the organization. If surplus of manpower, the plenty number of people are working in the organization, and they're sitting ideally, no, that much of work it is not there presently. So what we will do, we can call as a surplus. So what we will do, so surplus. Now surplus of manpower means what? The organization should take the proper step and to manage this surplus employee. And how we can do this? Now we can terminate the manpower, right? Retrenchment, termination can be possible. Through employee termination, we can manage the surplus, right? Or we can do some kind of, we can take again variety kind of steps here. So basing on this, we can manage the surplus of manpower. It process right? And also we can manage the shortage of manpower. Shortage means what? Again, if the organization needs shortage means we need more manpower. So what we will do here? We can basically go for the recruitment. Surplus and shortage. Surplus, we can manage the surplus through termination, and we can manage the shortage through proper recruitment, right? So basing on this, we can do the human resource planning. Apart from these, to analyze the level of recruitment, selection, training. As already I told you, without human resource planning, recruitment, selection, training, all those things cannot be possible. That's why first we will go do the human resource planning, and basing on this further step, it can be taken by the HR department. Human resource planning, again, it analyzes it relate to the link human resource planning to organizational planning. Now, human resource organization, what is the planning of organization? And basing on this, we can analyze the level of planning of human resource. And basing on this, we can take this step for the future. And it adjusts to our workforce as per the demand. We can supply the manpower, right? So basing on this, we can adjust the workforce. And again, we can, basing on this, if we will do everything in a systematic manner, we can achieve the organization goal and objectives. So this is the objectives, and human resource planning that much important for the organization. See, it is a foundation level of the organization. Human resource organization, again, the organization success, organization failure, it's depend on the human resource planning, no? If human resource planning is, we can do properly, no, successfully, then the organization can achieve the goal. If the human resource planning we cannot do properly, no, it is very difficult to sustain the organization. So it is the most important factor. We have to select right people in the right job, no, in the right time. It is very much important, no, right people in the right job. If we will not select that kind of people in a right time, no, so ultimately the organization will suffer a lot. So this is what human resource planning. Now, the process of human resource planning. Process, methods, or we can call as a techniques. Process, methods, or technique of human resource planning. What it relates to? See. Process, methods, and technique. Tinita ago same. Buchigale? So, in your examination, if the question will come, no, what is the process of human resource planning? Apon akku lekhibe, method akku lekhibe, and technique madhya akku hi lekhibe. Hela? So whatever may be the question related to human resource planning, process, method, and technique, all are same. Kon process? See, human resource planning. First, we can go for the organizational objectives and policy. The process of human resource planning, it is a systematic step. No, the HR department is taking. No, here, first we can go for the what? The analysis, the organization objectives and policy, organization goal. So basing on the organization objectives, goal and policy, the human resource planning can be possible. Why? You see, if we will not analyze the objective of the organization and the HR department will go for the human resource planning, then what will happen? No, objective, organization objective will go in a one direction, and human resource planning, it will go in a just opposite direction. So ultimately, what will happen? We cannot reach in the objectives. We cannot reach in the goal of the organization. Plan karibe, organization objective ko analysis karibani. So what will happen? Objective jibo gote direction re, human resource planning jibo other direction re. So ultimately, we cannot achieve the goal and objective of the organization. So what? First, we can analyze the objective and goal of the organization. Basing on this, we can go for the human resource planning, right? Now, human resource planning, it is based on the two wings, two most important factor. Human resource planning kaha upare depend korchi? Duita factor upare depend korchi. Two most important factor of the human, two wings, two most important factor related to human resource planning. One is the demand and second one is the supply. Demand forecasting and supply forecasting. Kahara demand? Product demand? No. The demand kahara? Demand hela human resource. Demand hela employer. No. So demand and supply. So we can analyze the demand of the manpower. Already I told you, the production schedule is maximizing the basically what? The demand of the product, it is there in the market. So what we will do? We need more manpower. So here we can analyze the demand forecasting, demand of the manpower for the organization, and basing on this we can supply the manpower. As per the demand only we can supply the manpower. Means neither more than that nor less than that. Suppose the demand or organization required 100 manpower. Only we can supply 100 manpower. Neither more than means not more than that means we will not supply more than 100 people, not less than that. We will not supply less than of 100 manpower. So what will happen? So more than 100 manpower. धरन तो 100 दरकार अछि 110 जन देले. Gap रहिला केते 10. No से 10 जन कोन करिब organization. For that 10 people, no, the 10 people, what they will do in the organization? Because they don't have any activity, no? So surplus manpower, again, it can happen. So we need 100 manpower. I mean, supply kete kale 90. Again, gap asla kete 10. So say 10 jan ra kamo ki karibo? What will happen? Again, it will create problem. So we need only as per the demand, we have to supply the manpower, right? So how we can go for the demand, how we can analyze the demand, and how can analyze the supply. See. We can adopt some technique, no, related to demand forecasting. Through this technique only, we can analyze the demand of manpower in the organization. Already I told you in the concept of human resource planning, it is the basically anticipated, we can analyze the anticipated and unanticipated vacancies. Means we can predict how many in the number of people we need for the future. And how we can know that? I mean, kemti janiba. Now we can adopt some technique. Basing on this technique, we can analyze the number of manpower we need for the future. Now future requirement. Kemiti? Now through this demand forecasting technique. Demand forecasting technique, it implies no variety kind of techniques. It is there in the organization. No, it's depend on the organization. Which technique we will adapt for the analysis human resource properly. See, we have multi options, no? We have many choice. Though choice, here you can see the slide, no? We have 5 options. Now, out of 5 options, which option we can select and we can implement in the organization to analysis the manpower, to analysis the demand. Ta mane nahi ki am pakhre 100 ta option achi ame 100 ta ka technique ko adapt kariba na. Out of many techniques, jota amo pai suitable sa technique ta ame adapt kariba, and we can analysis the demand of the manpower for the future, right? So what are the technique? One is the employment trend. Second one is the replacement need. Then productivity, growth and expansion. So basing on these, we can analysis the manpower, right? See, dear students, now first we will analysis the employment trend. What do you mean by employment trend? See, also ध्यान पूर्वक सुनिबो सब. Hela, employment trend, it implies we can take the last 5-year data. Wait a moment, I will show another slide. Wait a moment. पिला माने बुझी गलो ना कि किछि मेसेज करछो कि अच्छा yes very good भलो पिला very good wait a moment मा गोटे स्लाइड शेयर करिवि जोटा रे कि पूरा डिमांड सप्लाई टा को देखि पारे. employment trend. Employment trend कौन कहूची? Now, employment trend, we can take the last 5-year data. No? Based on the last 5-year data, we can analyze the last 5-year trend of the human resource. Basing on this, we can take the future step. Kemiti last 5-year data analysis kariba. See, we can analyze the last 5-year data. Here we can take one a ratio, no, one calculation. See, last 5-year data. It means what? Suppose, for example, in 2017, no, 2017, the number of people worked in the organization. It means the existing manpower of 2017. 2017, based on the last 5-year data, based on the last 5-year trend, we can take the future step. Last 5 year trend देखी future पे हमें step नबा, right? So last 5-year trend कौन कहूची? In 2017, what was the existing manpower? कितने लोग काम करते 2017 रे? The number of manpower worked in the organization in 2017, it may be 1,000. Right? Existing manpower. Minus labor turnover. तो माने कौन कहले? 1,000 लोग 2017 रे काम करते. So out of 1,000, how many person labor turnover minus labor turnover? It means what? How many people they left the organization? लोग organization को छाड़ी के पड़ेले. कहीं छाड़ी गले तांको इच्छा से मान छाड़ी. हेला हम सेठी किछ कर परिबा की? कर परिबा नहीं. So the number of person they left the organization, right? Through a normal procedure. कितने लोग छाड़ी पड़ेले? 200 लोग. 1,000 2017, the number of manpower was 1,000. Right? Out of 1,000 manpower minus labor turnover, कितने छाड़ी के पड़ेले? 200. Right? Plus new joining 2,200 छाड़ी के पड़ेले माने हमें कोन तक सीट को fill up करिबा नहीं? करिबा. सते हमर केते दरकार थिला ना as per the requirement at that particular moment हमर 200 दरकार नथिला हमर 100 दरकार थिला. So हमें केते कले? हमें plus new joining करेले केते 100 equal to current manpower. See, existing manpower minus labor turnover plus new joining equal to current manpower. Basing on this, we can analyze the trend, last 5-year trend of human resource, and we can take the future step. So what I told you, 2017, 5 years, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Last 5 years रे देखिबा. Right? तो हमें last 5 years past 5 year को देखी कि 2023 ପାଇଁ plan करिबा. Future ପାଇଁ. Right? So 2017 रे existing manpower केते थिले? 1,000. Minus labor turnover. Employee left the organization due to the various reason, no? In a normal procedure. केते? What I told you, 200. मुझे example नहीं ची. हेरा तो म books रे पूरा लक्ष रे example दे दो. हैला? तापरे हमें कौन कहले? Plus new joining. लोक छाड़ी पळेला हमें कोन vacant post को fill up करिबानी? करिबा. किते कहले? हमर दरकार थिला 100. New joining करिले 100. तो current manpower 2017 रे केते थिले? 900. Right? तो हमें 2018 को आछिबा. 2018 current manpower केते थिले? 900. करी forward कले हमें amount को 900 manpower थिले. 2018 रे. Again, same formula we can adapt there. Minus labor turnover plus new joining equal to current manpower. So what was the trend of 2018? 2018 जहाँ थिला 2019 को आसले. So सेमिति हमें कौन करिबा? We can analysis the last 5-year ratio, last 5-year data, last 5-year trend of the manpower, right? Existing manpower थिले केते minus labor turnover in a normal procedure गले केते plus new joining हमें केते recruitment कले then equal to current manpower केते रहु थिले. If we will take the last 5-year ratio, last 5-year trend analysis, then we can get the one picture, no, general picture for the future. हम गोटे assume करि परिबा, assumption करि परिबा, no? We can predict, no, this much of manpower we need for the future requirement. It may 100, it may be 200, it may be 500, we can forecast. Right? So this is what the employment trend. Basing on this, we can analyze the demand of manpower in the organization. Replacement need. Now, what do you mean by replacement need? This is the another technique. As already I told you, variety techniques are there. No, out of many techniques, we will discuss two to three technique of the demand. Now, replacement need. What is the replacement need? So, replacement need, it implies, again, we can analyze the four factor related to the organization. Again, we can analyze we can find out the last 5 year data related to this four factor. Now, last 5 year data, last 5 year analysis related to resignation, termination, retirement, and death. Replacement need. It means in 2017, how many person retired towards the organization? Sunandu. Resignation, it is unpredictable in nature, but retirement, it is the clear picture, it is there in the organization. Retirement by amu kete kasarat karibaku padibani. No? Retirement, it is a clear picture. We can analysis 2030 re bhi kete loko kete post vacant padibo eta man clearly analysis kari pariba. It is a clear picture, no? But resignation, it is a difficult to analysis. But what I told you, through human resource planning, it can be possible. Death is also unpredictable in nature. But death ratio ta ko ame sabubale 0, 1 emti re nothaba. Takku pura minus 0 re se chalibo, no? So ame code analysis kariba charta factor. Last year re charta factor ame analysis kariba last 5 varsa. Resignation, how many person they left the organization through a normal procedure, that is the resignation. 2017 re kitte loko resign deki jaithile, how many person they resign the organization, resign their job, right? Then termination, just opposite of the resignation, right? How many people that terminate the organization? Terminate mane organization bahar kar dela. Kahenki bahar kala seta hame future re discussion kariba. Separation, employee separation re. No, ultimately resignation. I'll resign my job as per my wish, as per my opinion. Kahenki, that I will discuss. And termination, this opposite of the resignation. Here the organization will, the organization can terminate the employee. Kahenki, ta ichala, organization ichala. Kahenki ala seta that we will discuss. Right? So termination kitte kartila. Then death ratio, that is purely unpredictable in nature. Seta means 0 re naba. And retirement, it is a clear picture, it is there in the organization. Right? So resignation, termination, retirement, and death, we can take the last 5 year data. Basing on this, we can replacement need, we can analyze the manpower, and we can take the future step for 2023. Got it? Now productivity, growth and expansion. So it is a simple ratio. It is a ratio technique. Productivity. The simple ratio said, no? If the productivity, it is maximizing, no? The improvement of production, the improvement of productivity is maximizing in day by day, then we need more manpower. Productivity is maximizing because the demand of the product is there. The growth of the product is there. The demand of the product is there. That's why, no, we need more manpower. Productivity leads to demand of the product. Demand of the product means we need more manpower in the organization. So productivity, based on the production, the level of production and demand of the product, we can analyze the manpower, and basing on this, we can take the future step. Again, the growth and expansion of the organization. Growth of the product, growth of the organization, expansion of the product and expansion of the organization. No? Earlier, ame gotte product produce karthile, no? Se product ko ame now kon karibaku chaunche na expansion karibaku chaunche. Product expansion, product diversification, growth of the product, market re product re pura demand achi, growth karuchi. Na ame se product ko expansion kariba. Se product ko ame diversified kariba. No? Due to the growth, expansion and diversification of the product and the expansion of the organization, no? Basing on this also, we need more manpower because the organization at that particular moment also, the demand, it can be there in the organization. So basing on this factor, no, based on the employment trend, replacement need, growth, expansion and diversification, productivity, no, basing on this, we can recruit the manpower for the future. This is the what? The demand forecasting of the organization. So basing on this, we can go for the supply forecasting. Through now we can go for the supply forecasting. I made manpower supply kari. Demand kete kahila? Na demand kohuchi demand. No, I need 500 manpower. 500 loko amaku darkar. As per the demand forecasting, we need 500 manpower for 2023. Now we need that we can only supply the 500 manpower, not more than that, not less than that, right? Kemiti supply kariba? Now based on the supply forecasting technique, we can adapt some technique here again, no? So through human resource audit, replacement chart, human resource inventory. So basing on these, tinta technique noji, no? Basing on these, we can go for the supply forecasting and we can supply the manpower. Now, human resource audit kon kahibo? See, human resource audit, jota ki apanku last class re mu padaitil na, apanu kahila ma'am, we know the human resource financial accounting and financial audit, no? What do you mean by human resource accounting, human resource audit? See, human resource accounting department can analysis, no? What is the activity of the HR department? What is the activity of HR people? No, what is the activity of people in the organization? What they are doing, no? Whether what is the contribution of individual towards the organization in returns? What is the contribution of organization towards the individuals? Already I told you. And that things is doing properly or not by the HR department, that analysis by the audit department. So human resource audit ultimately to analysis, examine and evaluate kaharo, the policy, procedure, practice of the HR department, the HR department, the personnel management department. What they are doing, whether it is doing going everything properly or not. Though demand is 500, 500 local demand korchi HR department in an organization, whether this much of manpower it is required for the organization or not. एमती तमे कहिला तमे एचआर डिपार्टमेंट कहिला इन ब्लाइंडली हम कोन त कोनी कि ये कर देले ना कोन तपर त एनालिसिस करिबे ना केते लोक अछंती द एक्जिस्टिंग मैन पावर व्हाट दे आर डूइंग इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन whether this much of manpower it is required for the organization actually or not, that we can analysis, that kiye the analysis karibo, HR audit analysis karibo, human resource ko analysis karibo, the existing manpower ko kemiti analysis karibo, variety step HR audit department also can take care, no? Right? So basing on this, as per the audit department, we can analyze the manpower and future supply can be possible. Right? Then we can go for the what? Na? Step by step. Replacement chart. Replacement chart kon kohuchi? The HR audit department can analysis, no? Whether we can supply the manpower, replacement chart. Whether we can supply the manpower, we can adjust the manpower, supply the manpower internally or externally. Whether we can supply the manpower, age replacement chart kohuchi, chart, no? Organizational hierarchy. No, in a organizational hierarchy, jo amar organization structure achi, eta gote structure organization ra. Now based on this structure, whether we can adjust the manpower internally or we can go for the outside organization and we need a fresh recruitment, that can analysis the audit department. Evaluate karibo, analysis karibo. Kona na existing manpower ko analysis karibo. Organization जो 500 लोग को हमारे दरकार सप्लाई हमें करिबा 500 manpower, किछि लोग हमें internally adjust करि परिबा कि no, the number of people out of 500 200 internally we can adjust and we can 300 we can go for the fresh recruitment outside organization ei परिबो कि से analysis करिबो, right? ना 500 टाका हमें internally adjust करते internally 500 केमती adjust करिबा मैम? See, internally through replacement chart it implies whether we can go for the vertically and horizontally. Through this we can be adjust the manpower vertically through promotion करके हमें लोगों को adjust कर देबा, right? and horizontally amar achi promotion and transfer gote chapter achi third unit am padhiba, right? And horizontally we can go for the transfer. किछि लोक अछंती बहुत सारा लोक अछन जोटा कि आइडियली बसंती समान को आनी के एटी एडजस्ट करा. Basing on this transfer and promotion, we can adjust the manpower internally so that we will not go to the outside organization and fresh recruitment may not be there. We can utilize the existing manpower properly. No, if this is not possible, no, those people are working in the organization already. They are completely, the people are engaged in the organization. Then what will happen? We can go for the outside organization. Outside organization, fresh recruitment can be possible. Whether we will do internally and whether we go for the outside organization, externally recruitment can be possible. So that is a replacement chart implies. Ki kahaku replace karibo. Semti ame adjust kari pariba ki. Right? And again we can go for the kona na human resource supply forecasting kon kochi. Now we can analysis the human resource inventory. Human resource inventory kona? Inventory ame jodi koiba kona? Inventory means it is a stock. No? Suppose ame koiba financial inventory, production inventory. Man ame seti stock dekhuche kahar production ro finance ro stock dekhuche. Eta ame kahar stock dekhiba HR human resource inventory lokankar stock dekhiba. No? Kem dekhiba? Now here we can add a variety kind of step. The inventory it relates to, we can identify the head count. Kette lok head count kochi kette lok organization rachan. Koti. How many number of people are working in the organization? Koti. In a department wise. HR department, marketing department, finance department, production department, IT department, no? R&D department, research and development department. 6 departments, no? How many people are working in each department? Department wise we can analyze the manpower. Again we can go for the age wise. Age department re etiki loko kamo korchanti na semane ko age ro loko kamo korchanti. Age inventory. Age ame dekhiba etu less than 18 ame jai paribani because before less than 18 the people they are not eligible to work in the organization. So ame to kon napa 18 to 25, 18 to 30. Right? 18 to 30. How many people are working in the organization? Age wise, 18 to 30, 30 to 40, right? And more than 40. Tinta category. Right? So 18 to 30, how many persons are working? 30 to 40, how many persons are working? And 40 to 50, how many persons are working? Age wise. Right? Then we can go for the kaha wise jiba? Na? Gender wise. Gender wise and experience wise. Say age re, age hela tini prakar. Sitri ket ko gender loka kama kochen. Number of male and number of female workers are working. Employees are working. Qualification. Qualification again we can identify here. Undergraduate, graduate, postgraduate. Tini prakar na. Undergraduate kete achandi, graduate kete achandi, postgraduate kete achandi. Right? Experience naba. Less than 5 years, 5 to 10 years, more than 10 years. Kete prakar loko achandi. Right? So ame di kon kahile? Salary wise jiba. Salary kete? Na 20 to 30, 30 to 40, more than 40. Right? A anusara analysis kariba. Basing on this, tamana head count edhi kale. How many persons are working in each department? The number of people are working individual department wise. Individual department re, the age, gender, qualification, experience, salary. Now we can take this step. What category of people we need for the organization? We need a male or female worker. If male worker or female worker, the number of male worker, the number of female worker. Again, we will analyze the age. Co-age category darkar. Co-experience darkar. Co-qualification darkar. Se answer ame salary fix kariba. Jodi tome 18 to 30 age ro noucho, tamane 1 to 2 year experience, tamane salary itte darba darkar nahi. Suppose the person is more than 40, no, age is more than 40, and experience is definitely more than 10 years, no. right? And there we have to pay more salary because the person is highly experienced, no? So basing on this, we can fix the manpower in the organization. Student got it na? बुझी गले ना सबू? तो मु next जीबी. Students. अरे वाह, very nice. अच्छा, very good. तो wait a moment. Very good, clear, very good. Nice. Wait a moment. Then I'll finish your. कौन finish करीबी? ना तुम्हारा मु finish करीबी ना? Very good, dear. I'll finish the process. इना मु finish कर देबी कहा को process को. कौन finish? Wait a moment. Chat पिट्टी कर देबी ना. तो हमें ये कौन करीबा? Now we will finish the process. Process finish केमती करीबा? See. Based on the demand, we can go for the supply. Demand 500. We can analyze. We can take this step here in the demand. No, we can adapt some technique. That is the कौन? हमारा असला technique कौन? ना हमारा असला technique it relates to what? ना that is the employment trend, replacement need, growth, productivity, expansion. Basing on this, we can analyze the demand. Demand को analysis कर. से अनुसार हमें supply कर ले through human resource audit, replacement chart, and human resource inventory. Now, identification of human resource gap. Demand 500. We can supply 500 manpower. Then the demand and supply, it may be matched. If basing on this also, again we can go for the identification of the human resource gap. Still हमें gap analysis करें. 500 दरकार थिला 500 नीड करथिले 500 सप्लाई कले. एना ठीक अछि तो गैप ठीक अछि तो हम एनालिसिस करबा ना एमति छाड़ दबा कि सेटा इनकम्प्लीट करी कि नो हमें गैप एनालिसिस करबा. जदी गैप ठीक अछि then it's okay. If the identification of gap, जदी गैप रे हमरो दुईटा जिंस अगेन बाहरला कोन surplus of human resource and shortage of human resource. Again हमरो surplus अछि के shortage अछि. धरो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रे हम एति कला परे हमर सरप्लस आसी तो हमें कोन करबा हमें एडी अगेन कोन करबा फ्यूचर रे तो संगे संगे तो हमें सिटी स्टेप न ना इन फ्यूचर स्टेप अगेन वी कैन एनालाइज दिस इफ सरप्लस ऑफ मैन पावर ऑलरेडी सरप्लस अछंती कि सरप्लस होची देन व्हाट वी विल डू वी कैन गो फॉर दी अगेन हमें कोन करबा एडी हमें एडी बहुत सारा स्टेप नै करे जब सरप्लस ऑफ मैन पावर व्हाट वी विल डू we can take one step hiring freeze हमें hiring freeze कर दबा to manage the surplus को manage करिया पाई hiring freeze माने कोन further recruitment should not be there, fresh recruitment will not be there. Suppose people will leave the organization through resignation, no लोक माने organization resignation देकी पळैले मध्य in a normal procedure, then we will not further recruitment should not be there. आमे further recruitment करिबानी त माने हम एठी कोन कले hiring टा को freeze कर देले त माने basing on this we can adjust the surplus. Right? This is one step we can take here. Also, we can go for the VRS, voluntary retirement scheme भी दे परिबा. लोगों को surplus को manage करिबा पाए. Again, we can go for the termination. जदि सेमती किछि tough ये हैला हमें terminate भी करि परिबा. So, basing on this, we can manage the surplus. Shortage, simple shortage रे हमें क्वार जिबा. ना shortage of manpower, we can go for the recruitment. Fresh recruitment can be possible. No. So, basing on this, we can manage the shortage of manpower. So surplus and shortage. Through now we have to take the action plan, we have to take the quick step, and we should bridge the gap. Gap surplus shortage gap bridge and we now we have to take the quick step and we have to solve the problem. So this is the process of human resource planning. Technique we have adapted in the demand as well as the supply. No, some method and technique we have adapted, and basing on this we can do the human resource planning properly. And through once human resource planning over, when the human resource planning work complete, no, then we can go for the next step, that we can go for the recruitment. We need human resource planning रे केते analysis कले surplus of manpower is there. Surplus को मेडी देखिबा. Surplus होइछि तो हमें जीवन ही for the step तो से stop कले हम. हैला. If we need the surplus of manpower is there, then we can go for the recruitment. Internally adjustment may not be possible. Internally adjust ही परिबेनी through horizontally, no promotion transfer kind of things may not be possible because already the shortage is there. लोक माने overburden ही के अछंती. हमें कोन करिबा? No, we can go for the recruitment. So this is what the process, method, technique, objective, concept, definition of human resource planning. It is the human resource planning chapter over. Now we can go for the next class. I will discuss the recruitment chapter. Students, any doubt related to human resource planning? Human resource planning related doubt नहीं पचरी. अच्छा, आरा कौन कहला? अच्छा, yes ma'am, kindly. सुनो, मु तुमको कही थी first class रे notes
मैम हेलो
हाँ,
मैम
हाँ,
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम
कुह,
अपन
हाँ,
जो फोरकास्टिंग डिमांड टेक्निक पढैतले पांचटा पॉइंट तादरे गोटे लास्ट पॉइंट अछि एब्सेंटिज्म तो सेटा
सुनो simple ratio बाबू simple ratio रे absenteeism कहूची. Absenteeism कौन कहलो? Absenteeism हैला लोक माने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रे थरो मु आजि आसले काली आसले पर दिन आसले ता पर दिन आसलेनी मासरे 10 दिन आसले 20 दिन आसले हैला. जदि एई रेशियो होउची, people are not frequently, they are not the present ratio is not that much of good and people are frequently they're taking no leave. काहे की why the people are taking leave? काहे की leave नउछन? हम तो सेटा आइडेंटिफाई करिबा ना. कारण absenteeism it basically affect the production productivity. अरे मु जदि absent रही मो काम किए करिवो, तुम absent रहिले तुम काम किए करिवो. जदि absenteeism हैला ना and production productivity is maximizing or minimizing, सही रेशियो नहीं कि हम absenteeism को देखि कि हमें production देखबा, production को देखि हमें further step ना. बुझि गला ना?
तो एब्सेंटिज्म रो करेक्ट स्टेप कोन हबो माने जदी एम्प्लॉय एब्सेंट
if employees are taking frequently leave na, they are absent in the organization, now we have to take the major step, no? So why we have to identify first why the people are taking leave, no? Whether they are demotivated, they are dissatisfied, that's why they are taking leave. They are not means frequently they are basically not they are coming to the organization. Now here what we will do, either we can give the notice to the terminate the people and we can go for the fresh recruitment, or else what will happen, we can identify the fact, no, why people are taking why the people are basically this kind of situation, whether they are demotivated or dissatisfied. So we have to be try to satisfy and motivate the manpower. So basing on this also we can minimize the absenteeism. Data step ame nahi pariba.
Ma'am, good morning. Subrat this side. Hello, ma'am, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. I have one question. If there is a surplus employee, I mean, the production department might be there several verticals, right? X, Y, Z, etc. And if X vertical is surplus and Y vertical is required, right? And you can just take it internal transfer. HR can take that decision also, right? Internal transfer. I mean, production department. There are many 4 verticals. X, Y. Like something X, Y, MY, something
see, through, if no, we can also adjust the manpower internally through transfer and promotion, no? If transfer and promotion, it is sufficient to manage the manpower, then we will not hire the people in the outside organization. No, fresh recruitment should not be there. If yes. If this is not possible, already people are there in a overloaded, no, people are there in a hard means the minimum people are there and they are overloaded, then we can go for the fresh recruitment.
That's right, ma'am. Then there is already overloaded and then you can just requirement as a fresh hiring, right?
Yes.
There is really surplus in X department and Y department is required, and you can just, is possible, HR can manage it as an internal transfer. Am I right, ma'am?
Yes. Intra-departmental transfer, interdepartmental transfer, variety kind of transfer we can take. We can do here.
Okay, got it, ma'am. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions, students?
Hello, ma'am. Intra-department transfer is solely
see, listen. Departmental transfer, intra-departmental transfer, interdepartmental transfer, entire things transfer we will discuss in the transport chapter, no? One chapter it is there in your 3rd unit. Now, how
Okay,
we can
ma'am.
transfer the manpower through internally, externally, whatever maybe the thing is that we will discuss then, no?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello,
Okay. ଆଉ ବାକି କାହାର କିଛି
Hello,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
ବୁଝି କହିଲେ ହଁ
Yes,
କୁହନ୍ତୁ
ma'am.
Ma'am, in
ma'am.
objectives of HRP, the point number 9 to adjust workforce means?
Adjust workforce means what? Suppose somewhere the surplus manpower are there and one area the shortage of manpower are there, no? Adjust the manpower as per the requirement. We can transfer the manpower in that area so that we can adjust the manpower properly. गोटे
Exactly.
जगह रे आपणकर
What have been discussed.
yes गोटे जगह रे अधिक लोक अछंती काम किछि नाही, no? Many
Yes.
people are working there, but there is no activity. People are sitting ideally, no? And other area people are in a overburden, right? So what we will do, those people are sitting ideally, we can transfer that people in that area so that we can adjust the manpower properly. Yes na? बुझी
Yes,
गले
ma'am.
ना?
Clear. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. ଆଉ
Thank you,
किछि का डाउट स्टूडेंट? हेई गला चलो आपण